Good morning and welcome to this morning's Board of Commissioners meeting on February 10th, 2026. I think traffic may be impediment to many this morning, and in lieu of our pastor's invocation, we will have a moment of silence, and that will be followed by the pledge. And I have Deputy Volk listed here. Good seeing you this morning. After our moment of silence, we will have the pledge, again brought by Deputy Volk of the Sheriff's Office. With that, please stand.
Join me in the pledge.
Oh, we're going to do a moment of silence.
Oh,
yes.
sorry.
That's okay. You are ready, and we appreciate that. All right, thank you. All right. Let me go ahead, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you. Just take this one out. Never mind. Thank you. Okay, our meeting is now called to order. We do not have any presentations here today. Therefore, we will begin with public comment, and I will turn things over to our county attorney.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Excuse me. As the board provides the podium for public comment, it's appropriate to review some of our related meeting rules. Please state your name and if you're speaking on behalf of an organization. All comments should be made to the commission as a body and addressed through the chair. Public comment is not a dialogue with the board, but an opportunity for speakers to provide their comments to the board. Comments should not be slanderous. The board encourages, regardless of the topic, for the audience to be respectful and courteous to all speakers. Everyone attending this meeting should give others the right to both listen and be heard by treating each other with civility. Statements made during the public comments portion do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the board or the administration of Cobb County government. There is a timer on the podium to keep track of your 3 minutes. With that, the first speaker is Christine Rosman.
Good morning, Chair and Commissioners. My name is Christine Rosman, and I've been living in Cobb County for close to 25 years. And what I wanted to talk about today, I know it's Black History Month, and it's, I looked online to see how we're supporting Blacks, and I just came upon some organizations that all honor and appreciate and include Blacks. And there was the AEC Unites, and that's for architects, engineers, and construction industry, Black talent there. African American Marketing Association, American Association for Access, Equity, and Diversity, for equal opportunity. There's the Blacks in Energy, for research and development technologies. Blacks in Higher Education, African American museums, Black business coaches, cardiologists, pharmacists, psychologists, sociologists, Black women physicians, Black Beauty Association, Data Processing Association, marketers, professionals, all of these are Black associations. Science and engineers, government, technology, firefighters, insurance, Black school educators, Black veterinarians, human resources. It goes on quite a bit. And in fact, even Georgia has the Association of Black Commissioners, Association of County Officials. And in our quest for transparency, for equality, I'm pretty sure there is not any white associations. And so, and I know there are some Hispanic associations, Asian associations, which is great. And I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe you all are members of some of these associations, which is great. I just want to make sure that all of Cobb County is getting a good representation, that we are not being singled out because we're not Black, but you're extending all of the goodnesses to all citizens of Cobb County. Because I think honoring and pandering are two different things.
Mr. Osmond, I'm sorry, your time's up. The next speaker is Michael Componis.
Someone's name not pronounced correctly? Oh, okay. 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 Okay, yes, you want to come a little bit further up.
Chair, Commissioners.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I'm speaking on behalf, good morning, Commissioner,
Good
Chair.
morning. Yes.
Being a constituent and living in Cobb County for 20 years.
Okay, sir, if you can help us, and for any other speaker who's here today, please state your name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right before your
Mike-
comments. And then
Michael C.A. Morris.
Okay, thank you.
Basically, I'm standing here for you in respectful request that we have 5 liquor stores right now sitting in Cobb County on Canton Road within 1 mile. Now, someone's applied for a liquor license over there in our area again. We already are over congested with problems with that, and we're really respectful that you guys would review the license, any license being applied for Canton Road in our area. That's all I can ask for, please. Thank you.
Thank you. I believe her assistant is here today, and she can follow up with you to get more information. Thank you.
The next speaker is Michael Lugo.
Good morning, Chair.
Good morning.
Commissioners. My name is Michael Lugo. I'm the owner, operator, and head coach of Lugo Boxing based in East Cobb off of Canton Road. As the speaker before me, I'm also in alliance with that. Our gym is off Canton Road, and we have a plethora of liquor stores. I work with a lot of youth, and we feel that it's just, another liquor store in the area. We would humbly and respectfully ask for you guys to reconsider approving and putting that liquor store in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Wen Chang.
I'm Win Chan. I'm the owner of Good Hand Package. I come here simply to tell a fact. Along Canton Road, 5 miles to 6 miles at most, in that corridor, we have 4 liquor stores already. We have a new one coming up. We make it 5. I have been in this business for almost 30 years. As I know, this street, the high density, I would think the higher than any street in Cobb County, and maybe even over higher than most major area street. And I have been there almost 30 years. And this is my last year tax report. My volume is 1.5 million. 1.5 million, it's just enough to support a medium-sized liquor store. And unfortunately, I have that business for 30 years, so almost pay off all the mortgage. I pay off the mortgage. That's why I can be profitable and stay there. And I try my best to follow the regulation to do my business. And I heard of this the new applicant for that liquor store going to put a nice strip there. That's good. I admire that. And I try to upgrade my own location too. However, a nice strip doesn't necessarily have a liquor store. A liquor store in that particular area might even damage that area. That's my opinion, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Terrence Singh.
Terrence Singh. I oppose this liquor store. I live approximately in back of the liquor store where these, there are two houses. When I moved there 4 years ago, there was nothing over there. There is a buffer zone of trees and bushes, so I'm concerned. I have young kids and grandkids, and I'm concerned, if you grant this liquor license to the store, how this is going to affect my property and my safety in regards to the kids. So I'm concerned about, what's the setback and are those trees going to be removed? Because when I purchased the property, there was nothing back there. And I was like, wow, this is nice, nothing in the back of my house. I'm not concerned about commercial property or liquor or anything else. So I oppose for this license. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gary Counselor.
Hello, my name is Gary Conger, and I oppose the liquor store being built. I live currently behind the liquor store now, and my whole yard stays riddled with broken beer bottles constantly. We have a ditch line that is nothing but glass, and I really don't think that's a very good idea at all. And I do also have children as well, so I oppose it. That's it.
Thank you.
That's the last of the public speakers for this portion.
Thank you. For all of you that are here in opposition to the liquor store you just referenced, if you would give your contact information to Nakia, my assistant, and I will bring you up to date and meet with you. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That now takes us to the consent agenda. However, there are a number of matters to add to our agenda today, and so I'm going to take each one of these individually and ask for your support to have these added. The first, I move to authorize, I move to add this non-agenda item to our consent agenda, and it is to authorize settlement of a workers' compensation claim on behalf of Nadia Mayfield.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0. Next, I move to add to the consent agenda authorization for settlement of the Cobb County Board of Commissioners versus Shea Trailer, a joint venture, and all other parties.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion? Call the question. Motion carries 5-0. Finally, I move to add to the consent agenda authorization of settlement of the Cobb Board of Commissioners and reserve potential claims and disputes with Jacobs Engineering Group arising from Cobb County Board of Commissioners versus Shea Trailer, a joint venture, and all other related parties.
Second.
All right, is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0. And for anyone who's in our audience, all the matters are in consent are voted on at the same time. And we have a number of items on our consent agenda, inclusive of the ones I just read. Those items should have been scrolling on the screen prior to this meeting and will scroll on the screen following this meeting. With that, Commissioners, I move that we approve the matters on our consent agenda as it has been revised and to authorize execution of the necessary documents by the appropriate county personnel.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Commissioner Burrow. I saw your hand. Are you saying,
I thought she was going first.
do you have a comment?
I do.
Okay, go ahead, and then I'll go to Commissioner Gamble.
I just have opposition to number 14, which is the $60,000 for the consultant to implement the disparity study.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Gamble.
And I do not support number 14, nor agenda item number 20.
Okay. We know what 14 is, 20. Okay, that's for warming shelter funding. Okay, are there any other comments or questions, Commissioners? All right. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right, call the question. The motion carries 5-0. Again, for our clerks, please know Commissioner Gamble's and Burrow's opposition to 14 and Gamble's opposition to 20. Okay. Moving right along, that takes us to the regular agenda portion of this meeting, and we'll first begin with transportation.
Of course. Good morning, Drew Ressler, DOT. We have 7 items for your consideration on the regular tab this morning. Our first item is to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve a contract with NGT Group LLC in an amount not to exceed $749,200.38 for Mars Hill Road Intelligent Transportation Systems Communications Phases 3B and 3C, project number B2512, authorize a corresponding budget transaction, and further authorize the chairwoman to execute the necessary documents.
Commissioner Gamble.
So moved.
I'll second. Is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Our next item is to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve a contract with Advanced Sports Construction LLC in an amount not to exceed $147,341 for drainage system repairs on Old Bee Tree Drive, project number B22189, authorize a corresponding budget transaction, and further authorize the chairwoman to execute the necessary documents.
Commissioner Allen.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Our next item is to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve a contract with Chatfield Contracting Incorporated in an amount not to exceed $156,240.63 for drainage system repairs on Gallant Fox Lane, project number B22184, authorize a corresponding budget transaction, and further authorize the chairman to execute the necessary documents.
Commissioner Burrow.
Motion to approve.
Second. Is there any further discussion? All right, call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Our next item is to recommend the
Oh,
Board
I'm
of Commissioners.
sorry, not 5-0. We're missing one vote. I didn't even see the reflection. Thank you. Now that's 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Burrow. Go ahead.
Of course. Our next item is to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve change orders final to construction contracts for various completed projects in the 2016 SPOS Transportation Improvements Program Fund, 2022 SPOS Transportation Improvements Program Fund, Public Facility Projects Fund, and Water System Fund, a total savings to the projects in the amount of $2,729,264.47. Authorize a corresponding budget and accounting transactions, and further authorize the chairman to execute the necessary documents.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Our next item is to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve change orders final to engineering contracts for various completed projects in the 2022 SPOS Transportation Improvements Program and the 2024-2026 American Rescue Plan Act Fund, a total savings to the projects in the amount of $159,120.09. Authorize a corresponding budget and accounting transactions, and further authorize the chairman to execute the necessary documents.
Commissioner Sheffield.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Our next item is to recommend the Board of Commissioners approve a construction agreement with the Georgia Department of Transportation for Transportation Management Center upgrades, Cobb County project number B2583. Authorize payment of a construction administration oversight fee to the Georgia Department of Transportation in the amount of $10,000. authorize the corresponding budget transactions, and further authorize the chairwoman to execute the necessary documents.
So moved as presented.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. And our final item this morning is to recommend the Board of Commissioners determine that circumstances are such that it is necessary to proceed with condemnation proceedings by declaration of taken under state law. Authorize the commencement of condemnation proceedings on one parcel on West Sandtown Road, Sidewalk South, project number B2711. Adopt a resolution in order and form substantially similar to the attached and as approved by the County Attorney's Office, and further authorize the chairwoman to execute the necessary documents.
Commissioner Gambrill,
So moved.
Second.
is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Drew.
Thank you.
That now takes us to support services.
Good morning, Chairwoman, Commissioners, and County Manager.
Good morning.
Our item this morning is to request the Board of Commissioners declare a property surplus, approve a purchase and sale agreement, and the expenditure of any associated selling closing costs for the sale of .46 acre vacant lot located at 731 Mosley Drive, Smyrna, Georgia, to Equity Trust Company in the amount of $75,000, authorize the corresponding budget transactions, and further authorize the Chairwoman to execute the necessary documents and take all other action necessary or appropriate to accomplish the foregoing purposes.
Commissioner Allen,
So moved.
Second.
is there any further discussion? All right, we'll call the question. The motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
Okay. We'll now hear from Information Technology Services.
Good morning, Chairwoman, Commissioners, and County Manager. Our first item this morning is to request the Board of Commissioners authorize the Procurement Services Director to purchase uninterruptible power supply equipment in an amount not to exceed $1,212,000, 2022 SPLOST projects B0010 and 0020. Authorize the creation of a Technology Infrastructure Capital Replacement Fund in the Public Facility Projects Fund. Authorize the corresponding budget transactions, and further authorize the Chairwoman and Procurement Services Director to execute the necessary documents.
Okay, so moved as presented.
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Our second item this morning is to request the Board of Commissioners authorize an increase in the previously approved Technology Infrastructure Capital Replacement Fund by $82,286 annually beginning in FY27. Authorize the Procurement Services Director to purchase 36 routers under the provisions of the State of Georgia Department of Administrative Services contract with Cisco via Computer Center in an amount not to exceed $443,564.62. 2022 SPLOST project B0020. Authorize the corresponding budget transactions, and further authorize the Chairwoman and the Procurement Services Director to execute the necessary documents.
Okay, so moved.
Second.
Is there any further discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
We'll now hear from Facilities Management.
Good morning, Madam Chairwoman, Commissioners, and County Manager. Facilities Management has one item this morning. Facilities Management would like to request the Board of Commissioners approve a contract with Yancey Power Systems for an amount not to exceed $229,524 for the purchase and installation of a replacement emergency generator system for the Department of Transportation Traffic Management Center, authorize the corresponding budget transactions, and further authorize the Procurement Services Director to execute the necessary documents.
Okay, Commissioner Allen,
So moved.
Second.
is there any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0. Thank you, Andrew. I believe that completes the regular agenda portion of this meeting, and that takes us to our second public comment. Turn things over to you, Bill.
Thank you, Chairwoman. The first speaker is Denny Wilson.
Okay.
Good morning, Danny Wilson, District 4. I come to you guys this morning because we have got to do something about the homeless population. I mean, this is really, really getting out of hand. People are finding them in their backyards. They're finding them on the sides of their home. And I came to you guys about a year ago, and I told you, well, last year actually, and told you guys how Atlanta was closing down a lot of their public housing facilities, and they were closing the homeless camps. And the first place that they're going to come is across the river over here to Cobb, landing in South Cobb. And trust me, we have a bunch of them. You know, we had a council person who ran against another council person in the city of Mableton, and she highlighted that the young lady was calling the police on the homeless, which was not true at all. But since we've had all of this cold weather, I've not seen this council member not one time come out and help to support the homeless and make sure that these people had a safe place to sleep. I mean, I'm not trying to totally lay this at your feet, but if you don't do something about it, I mean, we got the World Cup coming, and that's going to be an issue where you're gonna seriously have to deal with them before it gets here. It's heart-wrenching that, you know, you see people out in 10-degree weather, 30-degree weather, 20-degree weather, you know, with no place to go. This headband that I'm wearing this morning, I went into one of the homeless camps last week. It was, I think, 31 degrees, and I went to make sure that they had blankets, that they had the warming gloves and everything, that I had helped Family Life Restoration Center to raise money to get these for the homeless population. And one of the ladies there come running out, and she said, "Oh, Miss Denny, I've been waiting on you to come." And I'm saying to myself, you waiting on me to come out here in 31-degree weather? But there I was, you know. And she gave me 3 headbands. And she said, "I noticed that you're growing your hair out again, and I don't like it. So I want to give you something that's going to make it look better." And she gave me the 3, she gave me the 3 headbands. So I'm just saying, if you guys can provide any support to South Cobb, because we've absorbed the bulk of them, but it's just a matter of time
Ms. Wilson,
before
sorry,
they're going
your
to be
time's
in
up.
East and West Cobb.
The next speaker is Craig Harfoot.
My name's Craig Harfoot. Good morning. And this is another fast one. But anyhow, I want to share something. This Sunday, I just started to talk to Google and ask them about AI, singularity, the pyramids in the deserts, and why there's no trees or water around a pyramid. And it was really revealing, because we talked about wormwood and revelation. AI is programmed with everything, people. And it came to the conclusion that, they're trying to use AI to manage the Earth's resources, but it admitted that it's going to collapse the world's ecosystem faster. And I found that amazing. And then finally I asked it, so wouldn't it be better if AI lobotomized itself? And it goes, that's an interesting response, question. But it's not going to do it. And the whole thing about it tied together the whole, and I also gave it the tree respiration cycle, photosynthesis in the water. And it goes, yeah, the trees are better. And then I did sewer systems. And they said, yeah, the water's all being poisoned because of sewer systems. And it said septic tanks are better. It wouldn't poison the environment. I mean, you guys should talk to AI one day and ask them all these complex questions. I mean, because when I come to talk to any of you or anybody else in government, you're all in your little ponds and you don't connect the dots. But the money that gets all these people in power that vote for us elected all comes from the very people that want to be at the top of the pyramid. It says now the race of the billionaires is to who's last man standing. That's what actually singularity means. Not any good thing. And then people become irrelevant. Because if they got the robots to maintain their system, you know, we're on a race to the bottom. They're on a race to the top. And in our planning, you know, higher density, more sewer, means the whole system collapses. It was really interesting because it suggested, do you want to join a religious thing about nature? And I thought, what an insane thing, you know? But I'm out of time. Would love to talk to you longer. Well, there's 6 seconds. Let's think about it.
You have a sense of humor, Craig.
Yeah, we needed a laugh.
Yes,
Chairwoman, that was the last speaker.
thank you. That now takes us to the appointment tab, and I'm going to turn it over to Commissioner Burrow.
Okay. I would like to make a motion to approve the appointment of Debbie DeRulio to the Recreation Board. And she replaces Nathan Wade. And we thank him for his service for many years and welcome Debbie to the board.
All right. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Call the question. The motion carries 5-0. Great. Well, that now takes us to our Commissioner's public address. We'll begin with Commissioner Gamble.
County and city leaders are seeking to renew the county's 1% SPLOST, which funds major capital projects. As part of the process, officials are hosting community open houses to gather resident feedback on the proposed project list. Remaining meetings are open for drop-in attendance from 6 to 8 p.m. District 1's next meeting will be this Thursday, February 12th, from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Ackworth Community Center. CHD Awareness Week is observed February 7th through the 14th to raise awareness of congenital heart disease, a condition present at birth that affects heart structure and is the leading cause of death in the United States. The week highlights the importance of research, education, and early detections. Thanks to major medical advances, more than 90% of people with CHD now survive into adulthood, and adults living with CHD now outnumber children. By increasing awareness and supporting continued research, we can improve outcomes and help more individuals with congenital heart disease live longer, healthier lives. And with that, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Allen.
So 2026 marks the 100th anniversary of Black History Month observance. So as we celebrate this centennial, join me and the nation in reflecting on how far we've come and the work still ahead. So in this month of February, we don't just look back at 100 years of history, we celebrate the progress of 100 years and look forward to the future. Also, February is American Heart Month. Knowing cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of women, I was happy to, with my fellow commissioners on Friday, go red for women. So thank you, Commissioner Burrow, for reminding us. As you can see, I was red adjacent. It wasn't fully red, but that's all right. I wanted to stand out and show my solidarity with my female colleagues. But thank you all for that stance and for celebrating Cobb going red for women. Also, happy Valentine's Day for all of the men in the room. Earlier, order your flowers early and do not get scorned on Saturday. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Burrow.
If I could have Nakia come up to the front here. This is my new assistant, Nakia Savala. She joins us with over 20 years of experience in Cobb County government, from purchasing, the water department, and most recently, community development, specifically zoning. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Congratulations.
I too have a slide to remind you about SPLOST. There's 4 open houses left, and there is a survey. There's a link online if you go to cobbcounty.gov/SPLOST. All the information, the list, the survey link, and everything is online. So we do ask you, we want your feedback, and we ask that you please, if you can, attend one or more of the open houses, but also to be sure and take the survey. And then on Friday, I was honored to be a part of Veterans Court graduation and the tribute to the late Judge Reuben Green. He was the first judge to oversee Veterans Court, the Accountability Court. And he passed away last year, and Judge Leonard gave a beautiful tribute to him. His family was there, and I was just honored to be a part of this remembrance. So thank you, and happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Sheffield.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. District 4 news and updates. February is Black History Month, a time to honor the resilience, leadership, and lasting contributions of African Americans. Black history is American history, filled with stories of strength, courage, and community. To mark the month, the public is invited to visit the Black History exhibit at Powder Springs City Hall, open now through March 2026, hosted by Mayor Al Thurman. The exhibit was curated by Kennesaw State University and gifted to the Before Slavery Experience. With more to explore, the Cobb County Library has created a Black History Month book list for all ages. Everyone is encouraged to stop by, learn, and reflect throughout Black History Month and beyond. Calling all seniors, join the fun at a hands-on charcuterie board workshop where participants will learn how to create a beautiful, personal-sized charcuterie board. The event will take place tomorrow, February 12th, from 1 to 2 p.m. at C. Freeman Poole Senior Center, located at 4025 South Hurt Road in Smyrna. All supplies will be provided. Registration is encouraged. To register, call 770-801-3400 or visit cobbcounty.gov. Are you looking to start a new career at no cost? Fast Track to Success is hosting a sign-up event to provide training for high-demand roles. This is a one-stop shop to get approved for apprenticeship or on-the-job training. Sign up is Wednesday, February 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Cobb Worksource Center, located at 5656 Mableton Parkway in Mableton. To learn more, please scan the QR codes on the screen. And finally, Valentine's Day is celebrated February 14th. It is it's time to honor and love. It's a day dedicated to expressing appreciation for the special people in our lives, whether they are significant others, family members, or close friends. Take time to cherish those connections that you have with others and spread love and kindness. Wishing everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. With that, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in today. With the last name of Cupid, I can't forgo that this February is the month of love, and getting to the heart of Black History Month, this is an opportunity for us to recognize the struggles, accomplishments, and journey of those who are Black in this country. We've certainly have come a long way, but we're reminded every day that there's still a long way for us to go. And I agree with Commissioner Allen. Please don't forget the chocolates and the flowers, all the above, to show your loved ones that you appreciate them. But just want to let you know that we appreciate you, our community. We are here because we love serving you, and it's an honor for us to do that every day. And we want to make sure that everyone is included and a part of this community, which gets to one of the comments that I wanted to talk about, which is why we do recognize some ethnicities generally in the framework of commemorating certain days or months of the year. And it's because the contributions and struggles of many have not always been recognized in this country's history for decades, significant contributions. And others' contributions have been readily taught and shared, and we've seen the progress and the disparity. And there are many who want to be able to highlight their work and accomplishment in history, which is why we take some time to acknowledge those things. But I do appreciate the comments being shared. It's never my heart, and I don't think it's the heart of this country to exclude anyone from its history, to exclude anyone from being recognized, to exclude anyone from progress or prosperity. And I'm hoping that we can continue to talk through what our struggles are, come together and meet each other where our needs and interests are, so that we can share that spirit of inclusiveness in this country. And inclusiveness just with this month, and I think some other months, are just to include people who have typically been excluded and been excluded for decades, and giving them a place here. So with that, again, thank you for tuning in today. Look forward to us working together, and hope you have a great rest of the week. Thank you. We're adjourned.